What's up, gang? What's up, gang? What's up, gang? If you're new here, welcome to the Spiritual Ghetto. If not, welcome back. Grab your chapstick, grab your water, come on back and grab your messages. We're gonna do some channel messages today. So I'm gonna grab my phone because I took my notes in these in the channel messages. And yes. Give me 1 second. We're gonna pull those up. And then we're probably gonna pull some cards after these. All right, so in the channel messages, the first thing I wrote down was failing test 10/18/25. So this could have happened today. This could be taking place on today. Some tests could be failing. This feels like a lot of different tests. I'm hearing like test sites, tests for like test sites, um, failing test or the test not working, and by not working, not rendering like the correct results, or rather incorrect results. Not just the results are not correct; they're incorrect specifically. But there may be a lot of signs or messages of people failing tests for schools, classes, training around someone, confirmation or confirming a failed pregnancy. I don't think it's failed pregnancy. I think it's more of a false positive, and that's why we named this false positive or false negative. Um, Somebody could have taken two and got two false negatives, or two double. Like I'm hearing like two double negatives, but like two false negatives. Um, like the test is saying negative, but you're not feeling right, kind of deal. As well as like a lot of things are just in like a failing state. We're gonna explore this energy a little bit more, but let me get these out first. Um, we've got failing bad bitch ritual. Um, Again, illusions? So somebody's illusions, which is the glamour magic, but this is alluding to somebody's failed glamour magic or their glamour is not working anymore. Um, the illusion. I think their glamour is greater than like a physical glamour. It's more of an illusionary kind of glamour. There is different levels to glamour. Don't let the people tell you there isn't. Someone trying to conjure innocence, and this is what I mean: is somebody's illusion, somebody's glamour is the illusion of innocence. Um, per their looks to attract a high priest. They basically somebody uses this like glamour of innocence to attract. I don't know if it's like this responsible masculine energy, this kind of like I heard high priest, so like high priest practitioners, conjurmen, warlocks, wizards, whatever you would like to call them. That's what somebody's attempting to attract here. It's not working. It's like someone's illusion is not working now. Someone is starting to give horror, or it's starting to come off very like whorish to somebody else that it's supposed to be like painting the illusion to. Um, the last thing I wrote down was innocence is protected from you. Like innocence is hiding from a person right now. Like somebody's done so many. I'm a climber glitching. Innocence is hiding from a person. Like the illusion of innocence hiding from the person. I'm not really sure what that's about. But we are gonna pull some cards. We're gonna pull some cards here and see what spirit has to say about these messages. First card that we got out here is the Six of Swords in reverse, indicating chaos. There's been a heavy amount of chaos around lately. The Hermit is falling out, clarifying that chaos. Like these are isolated, chaotic events. Is what was what the Hermit gives. These are isolated, chaotic events. Somebody is illuminating. It may seem like these are isolated, chaotic events, but somebody's illumination that they're bringing, this little gem, this little star that they're bringing, is the illumination, the illumination to the connection of these events. The Four of Swords is something somebody's meditating on. Somebody's meditating on how all of these events are connected. But while they seem like isolated situations, somebody's meditating on the fact of where the connection is. What's the ring? What is it? Uh, the Five of Wands in reverse, indicating that it's not this feels like not an external conflict. This feels more internal, like familial. Yeah, this familial being crossed with the free space card. Volcano, dragon, lava. Dragons are usually the oldest and the purest of like magical sources, in a way. Um, sorry, I said that to say this internal conflict is very old. It goes back to when these two were dragons. Like the internal conflict within the family is very, very old. Very, very old. It is something that has been. I'm seeing ancient like glimpses of like ancient Egypt, like that kind of old. Like it's old, very old. Like volcanoes are very old. Dragons, lava. Okay, this. Okay, I get it. Lava is something like this. That's a very like it's like this conflict within this family or within this familial unit is very old, but it's very hot, very spicy, very destructive. Lava has the power to destroy anything in its wake, and it can even heat up water essentially if it gets into it. It doesn't cool necessarily with water, right? Um, hmm, carry on. We also got the hangman, a change in perspective, right? We've got a change of perspective here. Judgment. That's not the card I thought it was going to flip out. There it is. The Three of Swords is what I thought was going to flip out. So I'm going to take both of them. But because I saw the Three of Swords try to flip, but the Judgment card is here. The Hangman talking about perspective. What is the perspective to something? How something is being looked at. Excuse me. How something is being looked at. It's like an age-old question. It's actually very draining, very tiresome. How something is being looked at, the judgment of something, the ending of something as well, with the Three of Swords here, indicating grief, heartache. This is going to end. This again, this is coming to an end. The Hierophant in reverse at the bottom of the deck. This is coming to an end in a different way than what is expected here. Um, Almost like someone expects to come out on top. The Emperor in reverse, the Two of Wands in reverse, the Six of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the High Priestess. Somebody is saying the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Swords. They don't understand how this is unclear, like how the win is unclear here. The They don't understand how the win is unclear. The Emperor in reverse with the Two of Wands, lack of domination, lack of control, lack of expansion, childish even with the Six of Cups. This is somebody again that familial energy, that childhood energy. They don't understand. They've been it um it's the same game. I feel like this is somebody playing the same game they played as like children, like the run and tell, get someone in trouble, and it's not working this time. The running and telling and get someone in trouble, um, it's not working. It's not feeding it, right? With the Sun card, exposure and the Temperance balance, both here upright. The Sun and the Temperance card, which talks about joy, exposure, balance, um, harmony, harmoniousness. Hmm. All right, let's clean this spread up and let's get a few more cards out here. One different type. I'm hearing it from the yellow one. Hmm. It's sounding like it's a game that like again somebody used to play. It's maybe not necessarily a game, but like maybe not necessarily a game, but it's something somebody used to do. Background chatter, almost like instigation, stir things up. Uh, Instigation, stir things up. They like you. It's like release your anxiety. Everything will be fine. Oh, excuse me, why are we yawning? What is that about? There's too much chaos in this situation. Somebody wants you to like calm down, trust them, like release your anxiety. But it's like there's too much chaos in the situation. And for some reason it has this like this imprint, this stench of like something you've seen before, something you've dealt with before, because it's coming from the same person. Again, trying to paint a different illusion of like, oh, it's okay, we can be trusted. Somebody doesn't feel like something here can be trusted. Protect yourself. Somebody feels like this is it's somebody feeling like this is all you're doing is protecting yourself. Someone's not telling the truth and they want you to come clean. They feel like you're not telling the truth. You could be like, all I'm doing is casting out protection. And somebody's like, that's not true. You need to come clean. You need to tell me what it is you're doing. They're like, and by like protection, this is like somebody feeling like you're like actively cursing them, not doing return to senders. They want you to be like, yeah, I cursed you, I text you, I sent you because of this. That's not what's going on here, though. This is a test. Somebody's testing to see if they can do something again, like get you in trouble in a way. There's a test to see if they can get you in trouble or like force you to pull back based on this lie, maybe. What are the two cards that flipped? There's a few cards that flipped here. There we go. So a big deal. They're gonna make a big deal out of this situation, hopefully forcing you to pull back. We've got learn the lesson and move on. Trust in God, believe in the divine, right? It's also here. So the lesson is somebody's gonna in this, it feels like the age-old question of like some sort of war, some sort of internal family fighting, right? Somebody's gonna be like, oh, you're a practitioner, you're poisoning, you're hexing, cursing, and somebody's gonna pay a debt. Really, is what's gonna happen. But the divine is asking you to pay a debt because this is their Hail Mary to get you to pull back, right? Withholding you back, sacral energy, this creativity. This is their way of blocking that creativity, getting you to hold back, getting you to pull back from what's already like, is by saying, oh yeah, this person does this person does that. And there may be a lot of people who are into believing it, want to believe it, feel like they should believe it, but it's not. I don't feel like it's necessarily going anywhere. Right? I feel like it's just with the strength at the bottom of the deck in reverse, it feels very, yeah, like not really sure, not sturdy in something. Doesn't necessarily feel sturdy. Five of Cups, despair, loss. This feels like out of desperation. This feels more so out of desperation because somebody's already in despair. Somebody's already lost something. They're looking to obtain something, to get something by like taking something from you, hoping to almost like I'm hearing trading places, almost hoping to switch places, like give you this despair and loss by saying that you are doing something evil to them. And I'm hearing evil. Kind of like they said it off The Simpsons. What else is jumping out here is the Justice card, hoping to like by casting out this evil or by calling out this evil, they're casting it out. They're casting out the evil and the ramifications of something, casting out the demons here with the Justice card. But that's not what somebody's doing. It's somebody intentionally trying to like paint someone as the demon to be casted out. It's that kind of thing. Again, it's very boring. It's very cliche to someone. The King of Swords. Somebody's very articulate. This could be a talker. This could be these could be both speakers, but it's the way, it's the influence, it's the particular articulation of how they influence. Again, this is somebody who maybe trying to pray for this spirit of exorcisation. It's a tongue twister there. Knight of Cups, for something to be taken back or blocked because they feel like you have gotten something by like exercising or raising demons. This is somebody who doesn't know the difference between the wordplay. To exercise is to exit, but to raise is more of like to summon. Somebody believes that you. It's so interesting. They don't want to give you. This is somebody who doesn't want to give you your qualifications, give you your tea, give you your things for what you do. But it's so interesting because they think that you got these abilities from raising, exercising, or summoning demons, not knowing how hard it is to actually summon an entity, right? With the Page of Wands in reverse, indicating that somebody believes you like you don't have these abilities. You have a lot of blockages, but they think you don't have these abilities. They may you've gotten them from down below with the Temperance card in reverse, demonic angels, demonic subsets, Ace of Cups reversed, places that lack love and compassion. It's easier to paint somebody who is very gifted with having gotten those gifts from energies that are lesser than divine, is what we'll call them. But that's not the case here. Even if it was the case, people don't even understand what it's like to like what it would take to like do that. That is not like light work. It's not something easy to do. It takes somebody honestly very skilled to do so. In a way, the high priestess. It would take a high priestess to do the things that you were saying somebody is doing. That's the thing that people don't understand. Like they're painting you as this like this bad priestess, this dark demon, but it's like even if you made the pact or you rose these things to get this pact made to do these things to get these extra gifts, like it would take somebody of superior status to do that in the first place, right? This is somebody not necessarily wanting to recognize somebody at all, but like really try to diminish their capacity or diminish who they are in any way kind of shape necessary. Ace of Pentacles, to the point where they miss out on opportunities, miss out on divine blessings and situations. But that's not what's going to happen here. Because again, it's like the test. Somebody feels like I know the beginning of this is called failing tests, but like what somebody doesn't understand is these like somebody feels like they are awarded something. False negative. You didn't pass the test. You were not awarded something. Because this person chose what is this awarded energy? Because a person chose something. They feel like they're awarded something because they got somebody to avoid or walk away from a path, right? And maybe that's what somebody's looking for to keep doing. And it's so interesting. Like maybe they've gotten rewards from making you walk away from little different paths that you were supposed to be on, but none of them were rewarding as the big one. And that's what somebody's looking for. It's like your big reward here, getting you to walk away from this big wheel of fortune. Hoping that it turns in their direction with the Queen of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, the Four of Cups in reverse, everything here. Often hoping somebody walks away from something almost like so they can get it, so they can step into it. Like it's a like a vacancy. They feel like it's like, oh well, it's reserved for me kind of deal. Um, oh goodness. Yeah. Let's see what fell out here. We have the King of Wands, the Fool card in reverse, and the Five of Swords. Hopefully getting somebody to resist the new leap of faith in order to create conflict or battles or somebody having to surrender or some sort of loss here with the Five of Swords. The other things that fell out were the Hierophant in reverse, the Five of Wands upright, and the Ace of Wands upright. Again, taboo ideas of conflict while clouding new beginnings and judgments, judgmental situations. This is some internal conflict that's like not necessarily coming to an end. It is coming to an end because it's like Ace of Swords. I thought is Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands are here. It is coming to an end because of like somebody's. It's like the passion they said somebody didn't have, or the power that said somebody didn't have, or whatever these things, these lies, all of these things that they said somebody didn't have. It's coming out. The Three of Pentacles, how they all work together and collaborated to say this wasn't this. This person doesn't do this, or they do, or they only do this dark work or left-handed work. All of that shit's coming out. All of that shall be revealed. And it's not gonna situation's not gonna close the way somebody thinks it is. All right. So I'm gonna leave that there for you guys. Um I forgot to go through all the announcements at the beginning of the video. Um Everything's on the website. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. The website is open. The conjure oils are up there. I will talk about them next time. I've got 6 of them. I've got to get them up here. All right. In the meantime, in between time, it's all living in the hood. Peace.